Hello everybody, this is Jesse here, and it's been a while since I made a video here on YouTube, but I figured I'd make a quick one here, just to announce that I will be talking more about the subject I'm going to cover here in this video uh, later on today at 10 p.m. actually on Blog Talk Radio. I will provide the link below, and we're going to be getting into a bunch of different things here. Now, I know we got the Olympics coming up, and obviously the Olympics have a lot of pagan backgrounds with it. Um, and what I'm going to share with you, I'm just going to go over real quickly what I'm going to share, because I'm going to cover more of this in depth in my program, which I'll provide the link to below. Now, I'm going to go along and make this kind of a prediction. It's not a prophecy. This is more of like a secular type prediction based on the sources that we have seen before, especially with the Illuminati card game and all this kind of stuff. It is definitely something to watch out for. The Olympics commence in July 27, 2012, okay? And obviously there's a documentary talking about this, and I'll post a link to that below as well. I'm just going to go over a little bit here, which is actually kind of interesting, very interesting. Because I want to show you some of the pictures and stuff and why, because I can't show you pictures on the radio program, so this is why I'm doing this. But I wanted to show you this. Obviously, this is the symbol for the 2012. Now, I don't know if you notice anything about this symbol, of what you can see, if there's like any kind of hidden message. But when you unscramble these, you'll be able to see something very interesting. And if you know anything about like the plans of the 3 world wars and all this kind of stuff, and Zionism or any of this, you can tell that I mean, even throughout this whole documentary, that all the symbolism, Masonic, Illuminati, Zionism, is all playing a part in this. And I'm going to show you a couple of articles and stuff like that that's going on in the Middle East that might have something to do with this, for a potential false flag to get things really rolling here at the end of July. So that's basically my prediction. It's not a prophecy. You know, I'm predicting or guessing that something could very well be in the makings for anywhere from July 27th till the 2012 Olympics are over. Okay. So, and I'm only saying that to inform you guys, hopefully that some of you out there in London will be aware of it. You know, because that's, you know, I see warning signs and I try to shout them off as best as I can. Anyways, you see this 2012 here, 2012 London Olympics. I'm going to go ahead and roll this, and they're going to unscramble it for you. I'm going to see if you can make it out. Obviously, does the Olympics 2012 logo contain a hidden message? Now, this is going to be the numbers unscrambled. Alright, you see it again. 2012. See that? I mean, you unscramble it. It's Z. I mean, even the little dot that was in between that N right here is counted for Z-I-O-N. And obviously that spells Zion. And when you look at the Third World War, how it's basically being pushed between Zionism and the Muslims and all this kind of stuff to create this huge amount of chaos to bring their so-called order, New World Order, out of the ashes of World War III or whatever. This is very interesting, because if you unscramble that 2012, the Olympics 2012, the way it's, you know, the way they have it, you unscramble it, this is what you get. Zion. So there could be a huge possibility that something in London is going to happen, um, according to the Illuminati, Freemason symbolism, Zionism, and all this kind of stuff. Because this is clearly what I see when that's unscrambled. Zion, that means Zion. Now, real quick, this is off of that Illuminati card game, Combined Disasters. Here you see the London Tower, and here you see the colors of the 2012 Olympics. Um, this is more in depth here. You have the blue, yellow, kind of white or black, green, and red. And if you look at this card real carefully, okay, well you see, let's see here, go back. You see the London disaster or combined disasters. You may combine two disasters on the same place as long as both are eligible to be used on it. Play both of the disaster cards as well. Pick one disaster to be the main one and follow all the instructions on this card. Add the power, but none of the other effects of the other disasters. Okay, so you've seen the colors. Okay, obviously, you look at the colors of the shirts. Okay, you have red, blue, yellow, green, and white. So back out of this for a moment. Red, blue, yellow, green, white. Let's see how that matches. Red, yellow, blue, green, white. Then you have the London Tower there. So I'm not saying for sure, folks, but I think it's very interesting that it seems like a lot of the stuff is matching the a possible event taking place at the Olympic Games this summer. And also, it's kind of interesting, at the same time, you have this stuff going on. East mounting a coalition to challenge Western power in the Middle East has it officially started. An informed source has announced that Iran, Russia, China, and Syria plan to stage joint war games in Syria in the near future. The Persian service the Fars news agency reported on Monday 90,000 forces from the four countries will be involved in the war game. The informed source said no official from the countries has confirmed the news report, but a Syrian official who spoke on conditional anonymity announced that the joint war game will be launched in Syria. And then you have this going on. Powder keg, largest joint exercise in Middle East history. Troops, tanks, planes, and even Russian nuclear ships. I mean, this is pretty huge. And then you got all this stuff going on at the Olympics. You know, so is this all playing out in a certain fashion? I don't know. Like I said, this isn't a prophecy or anything I'm making. Am I making a small type of prediction? Yeah, I guess you could say that. Or I should say, I'm just warning of a possible event that could take place anywhere from the 27th of July until the Olympic Games are over. And maybe this is why these war games or whatever are going on. It says Iran, Syria, Russia, and China are playing the biggest ever war games in the Middle East, according to an unconfirmed report on the semi-official Iranian news site Fars News. According to the article, the four countries are preparing 90,000 troops, 400 aircraft, and 1,000 tanks for the massive joint maneuvers, which are to take place along the Syrian coast within a month. The report states that Russian atomic submarines and warships, aircraft carriers, and mine-clearing destroyers, as well as Iranian battleships and submarines, will also arrive in Syria, and that Egypt has agreed to let 12 Chinese warships cross the Suez Canal for the exercises. The IDF spokesman office called the report a political matter and declined to comment. Iran is currently holding talks with 6 Western powers over the fate of its nuclear program. The talks, said to be held in a tense atmosphere in Moscow, seek to alleviate world concerns that the Islamic Republic is developing nuclear weapons. Syria, meanwhile, faces international pressure to end a 15-month crackdown on local rebels trying to oust Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. China and Russia have come to the aid of both countries in recent months at the UN Security Council, vetoing military intervention in Syria and expending sanctions on Iran. There's another article about Russian ship bound for Syria. So you got a lot going on over there in the Middle East. This huge joint exercise, um, and then coming across this and this um, could play a very important role in the days and times we are living in. So, um, it's just something to look out for, folks. I'm not saying this for sure. Um, if God permits all this stuff to happen, then it'll happen. If it doesn't happen, well, then God didn't allow it to happen. You know, you got to remember He's in control over all of this stuff. You know, and and I will be explaining this in more of a greater detail on my radio program tomorrow evening or later on this evening. So stay tuned for that, and I will post a link to that below. Also, a link to all these articles below, and this documentary you can watch. It's an hour long, hour and 16 minutes to be exact. And thank you for watching. All right, until next time, truth be told, truth be known. Stay safe. God bless, and see you next time. Bye bye.